All right. So again, it's Shay Seeking or Shalonda, and I'm back. And yeah, we're just gonna be looking at a couple of things. I wanted to show you guys some things that I found um, in the geographical um, layout. Again, I'm looking for my Triton, right? You know, it's making me think about King Triton. Even I was gonna go ahead and watch Little Mermaid again today. It was one of my favorites. In our household at Grandma's house, it was the Lion King. It was the Lion King and the Little Mermaid back to back, back to back. So it was a very like for the whole family. I mean, like grandma having 16 kids, you know what I'm saying, children, and then them having children, you know what I'm saying, and we just had a large family again. Those was the days, right? So, um, yeah. So I just wanted to go and look at this, and then I ended up looking up the dog, and then I wanted to see more about dog star energy because I know that there was ties to the Carolinas. Again, I think of that as a form of Egypt. I also stop, hold on. Okay, y'all. See, I get excited when I do this stuff. Okay, so all right, so the Triton. I'm thinking about that. Well, see, okay, so the whole thing about the Triton is making me think about the three, like a partition kind of energy when it comes to the Americas. Um, yeah. Because in from my observation, research, and what I've shared with you guys on this platform over the years, there is a form of ancient Egypt on the east when it comes to the Carolinas. You know what I'm saying? There's also islands named, like Edisto Island is named after, I feel like it's named after my grandma. I looked up many things within that area. I try not to get too much in details. And again, a lot of stuff I can't remember, but some I can, off the top of the dome. So, you know, that's basically what matters. So again, that ties into Mesopotamia to me, or Sumerian energy. All the way from there, all the way across, again, the south into California. Again, lots of California energy, or Khalifa, even Hawaiian, okay? Um, so all the way into like the Pacific and down into Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So it's really deep ties. But I think that also whatever movement or current that occurred took the family, and again, later on brought us up into the Midwest. I also think about, I think it's called Eden, um, over in the, to the west, possibly in the plains area, possibly. I don't know, Oklahoma, somewhere over there. I can't remember. Um, I don't know. It feels like, again, there's some kind of ancestral ties there as well. So, but more like I said, the south all the way down into the islands. I don't know. I've since Barbados and, you know, other things throughout the journeys that I can go into, right? Um, into that space, right? In the Clearport, or Akashic, right? So, um, so let's see. Okay. So I was looking at the whole thing about the USS Bruton emblem. Um, and then it brought me into looking at the dog star, and then I don't know, I was thinking about Anubis, but I was also thinking about, I can't remember what it's called, the cat, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a certain hairless dog in Mexico, because that's what that dog, even Anubis, that energy, I don't know, I see that in that. I feel like there's some correlation between that, right? And the other portion of Egypt would be up through the Mississippi, ending, you know, somewhere in Illinois where that break or that breach is. And then there's another part of Egypt that I have found, coming up from South America into Mexico, all the way up into into California, even up until like the mid to Southern California area. Okay, I don't know why it never rains in Southern California. It just came to mind, but again, okay. So again, I thought this was just an interesting little portion of this here. I'm going to read the rest later, but I'm going to just read this part with you guys because I feel like the first sentence was very interesting to me. So again, it says, Art and spirituality were deeply intertwined in ancient Egypt. Again, ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt was in the Americas, period, point blank. I just can't even, I just can't even see it no other way from now on. Modern day Egypt, when they're talking Egyptology and all those things like that, when it comes to, I can't remember the dude that's in charge over there. That is something new. Ancient Egypt is, Memphis. It's this area here in the Americas. And the Triton, like I said, is representing, even I'm just thinking about Inanna, I'm thinking about Taurus energy, Venus energy, and also the two horns. And then, if you see that sun disk in the middle, I don't know, because I feel like that's the middle part. I feel like that represents the that's another word I want to use. Metropolis of that Egypt energy, the main, like in an instance of like the Nile energy when it comes to the Mississippi River. But okay. So again, and then that brought me back to what we were reading the other day about Sekhmet and her consort. The main temple was in Egypt. Okay. Was in Memphis, I believe. And so again, that brought me back to the Memphis energy. But I also think it's talking about someone that is from that area. Okay. As a consort or someone, again, within these times, right? There's some type of connection there. With the North or Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. Okay. And then the third part, like I said, was the other part. Okay. But those two are like streams or branches of it to the east and to the west. But the main thing was, the main area I feel was, again, the Memphis or the Tennessee area, all up and through there, through the along the Nile. And again, those were the Mississippian cultures were the last to be taken out. Okay, when it came to like big tribes here in the Americas. Okay. I know there's a Mississippian, I can't remember what the term is. Okay. I'll be trying to remember right off the top. But again, a lot of people that's interested in this channel and come to this channel and subscribe, you already know this stuff because most of us have been doing this research for a long time, not just me. Okay. So again, it either resonates or it don't. Okay. Eyes to see and ears to hear or not. Okay. So again, it says deeply intertwined in ancient Egypt, religion was interwoven not only in the Pharaoh's power, but life itself. It was the deity of a town. So again, we're talking lords here, right? Landlords or lordships, okay? Because again, lords are still respected as lords, but lords are not gods. Okay, they may descend from gods with little g's, but again, when I'm talking about the Lord God in all caps, that's talking about a lord that is a vassal that is carrying the spirit of the great spirit or source within them. They have a universal something to them, magic, some kind of, something that comes, right? And I feel like, again, after King was assassinated, I think they made a vow to not let that happen again. So what they're doing right now is, again, covering over that star, because a lot of things that we're seeing here that were written are things that were to come. It wasn't always talking about, when we look at hieroglyphs and things on these walls, it's not all, I'm sorry, because I'm kind of laying down on my floor on my stomach doing this video, so it might sound kind of like I'm straining, but like I said, a lot of this stuff, they didn't tell us this when we were learning about it, but again, it is to depict what is happening now. Okay. So again, it was the deity of a town who the people turned to in order to prevent the everyday hazards of living. So again, if you have people from the builder being workshop in those positions, yes, they may be able to prevail, but they're not going to do the job. They're not going to do just. Okay. They're not going to do their full. They don't have the full power and potential for those. So again, this is the thing, what I'm saying about keeping down or placing some type of restrictions on the originals, while you have people that are artificially intelligent. Okay. And that can, however you want to look at that. I look at it not as in the sci-fi quirky way that they showed us, but in real life ways of mounting spirits, energies, black magic, and things like this. People actually provoking you to probably even being able to get into your energy and pushing you to do things. And then while you're doing those things, it's benefiting them, but it's never benefiting you, because because copycat, succubus, you know what I'm saying, energies are latching on and possibly sometimes taking that information. And because they are more well known, able to project that energy, that information out as if they are the source of that, because they are keeping the foot on the neck of, again. So again, that destroyer Kali energy, I can see that in two different ways. It could be good, but it can be used, bad. That's just how I feel. Okay. So again, it's a difference between hierarchy is what I'm saying here, because again, back then, those generations ago, the real true, autochthonous, so-called black people, okay, were conquered and then put into a lower caste and class, while again the foreign energies that were coming in were taking those positions. So this is why I feel like people like me that have that straight communication with the universe are able to present this information, and it kind of just makes a lot of sense. It's because it's true, right? So anyway, so again, and then if you turn to those people, then you're forgetting about God. So God will not be jealous, but it's just like God, like, okay, is that what y'all want? Okay. Because they tell you God is like all powerful and can see everything and he don't do this and that. Well, that's not, I mean, we see that he makes mistakes. This God energy that we are supposed to be worshiping, in a sense, makes mistakes. Things are done wrong. So again, a lot of things that we say are just repetitive, mind controlled, indoctrinated visions and thoughts of what a God is. People don't think that God needs that. Like these gods are demanding stuff like attention and things like that. So again, obviously, if this is a real spirit or some kind of energy or something, it wouldn't need that. So we're obviously talking about people ignoring something that was, natural to them, and taking in something that was not. And this is when the world turns upside down. And we've had a chance to redeem ourselves as a whole world of people, or even just a nation of people. But again, we let other things get in the way. Okay. Jealousy, envy, strife, greed, all these type of things. Okay. So let's look. And then it's so funny because again, the parts of the family that may be, higher society, right? And raised that way, at least with a silver spoon in their mouth. They're in positions in political arenas and run around in those crowds. So again, you know what I'm saying? And they look at the other people as lowly or as if they are not equipped. When again, they know that, but a lot of these people know you're well equipped. And I'm going to tell you why. I think this is telling us why. Let's keep going. Okay. So again, it says, let's see. And that's as above, so below. There are some powerful beings in high positions, again, because they were grafted into bloodlines. And then there's some, in lower positions or whatever. Okay. Let's see. It was the deity of a town that people turned to in order to prevent everyday hazards of living. Again, and that's what, I must just say, it pisses me off to a certain extent, because these people are able to get away with this. And then but there's nothing like the real thing. And at some point in time, people are going to run into all these hazards and not know what to do about it. You know what I'm saying? When, again, they turn their backs on the people that could help them. It's not just me out here. It's other people that have this information or this way of seeing, other oracles, seers, and things like this. Okay. They use magic spells, charms, folklore, and amulets to appeal to the deity for protection against hazards and to intercede. So this could be like our stones and things like this. Turquoise is coming to mind for some reason here. Because again, they talk about turquoise as if it's something else. But again, we know it's originate, and there's lots of different types of turquoise here, you know what I'm saying, in the Americas. Okay. Okay. So again, and that's the thing, people can be fun and games. They can tell you about things of how to gain things. But when the real trouble hits, I can feel the energy of people. I might not even sense someone being there, but I can feel the energy of people coming in. But again, it's just like any relationship. If it's not reciprocal, or if someone's not feeding into, or if it's not like a connection or a real, you know what I'm saying, it ends up being, I think, miscommunication comes in, and then things turn cold. Other people get in and put in blocking spells. And, I just feel like this is just the things that I see. Again, I don't feel it, I know. Okay. Or again, when we're dealing with vipers, we're dealing with serpents, vipers, snakes. They're not all bad, but again, it's just the way they use their venom. It's the way that they use their venom. And again, they're going to make individuals that are in the likeness of gods, American gods or gods, right? And their venom is going to be probably just as powerful. But again, it's not that it's not that autogenous energy. And that's just, it's not the capital energy. So this is never to diss anybody. It's just to bring order to the court. That's what my whole thing is. In danger, a defense type of mechanism. People look at it as a bad thing, but no, it's not. Preserving yourself and your power and your, and again, not in a cocky way, but people, this is why people are misunderstood that are in this energy. You know what I'm saying? That are very reserved with who they let into their energy. And again, I only got enough room for just some people that I have to deal with, you know what I'm saying, at this point in time to be in my energy. But I know that whatever that energy is, I feel like that's putting that chain energy to keep those blockages or every obstacle. Or if I try this and try that, there's these blockages, is to keep you, like I said, stagnant. Again, there's not an excuse because you can still break out of it. It's just more hard, especially when you feel like and you sense and now that you got a lot of enemies. But then again, these very enemies need you as a source of power or income or something. So it's a love-hate relationship. I want you, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's going to be that way until that prophecy about those two people joining together happens. And unfortunately, I feel like in these times, those two people, again, myself and someone else, are at risk or in endangered species at this point in time, right? So there's heavy surveilling and things going on. All right. So let's keep moving. Okay, now I don't know who they are, if these are the Egyptians or someone that came in amongst them that were grafted into them. Okay. They use magic spells, charms, folklore, and amulets to appeal to deities for protection. Okay, let's see. For anything from the Nile flood, I'm not going to get my glasses. Okay, so again, the Nile flood. So there you go with that Empress energy sitting on that river. That is the Nile energy. She's the most abundant being in the deck, I feel, even over the emperor, because again, we're talking about a matriarchal society, and that doesn't mean that she would not be bowing down to her emperor. That doesn't mean that she would not be submissive to her emperor. In these energies, I think the empress don't deal with people taking charge, especially outside influence, because she knows who she is inside and out. So again, I feel like even with that Lilith, I don't know, Lilith energy is coming in strong, I feel today. And I feel like, again, something is trying to stop this energy of this Eve energy, because I think the Eve energy, Eve being the mother of the living and Lilith being the mother of them all, that is another way for them to kind of suppress that Lilith energy that's still going to be current. It's still going to be influential, but they're going to keep it under wraps because they're using Eve to either monitor, or they're suppressing Lilith and then creating Eve. Do you get what I'm saying? We're talking about the same entity, right? And she was in her, chaotic Sekhmet energy prior to, and to a more tamed beast or energy, right? Serpent charming, things kind of like that or whatever, when we go into the Eve energy. But again, Inanna represents the heavens and the earth. Again, as above, so below. So again, I feel like that is what we're talking about here. Even Sekhmet and Beset energy, like Sekhmet turning into a house cat. So again, that's about subduing. That's about what we're talking about in Genesis 1 and 2. Okay. All right. So again, let's keep going. I apologize if y'all don't like the bantering on the side, right? But it's how I'm, this is how I see, okay, to sowing seeds and harvesting crops. So again, the seeds that have been planted, again, I feel like by me and others for the past 10, 12 years, you know what I'm saying? I feel like now we're finally getting to a harvesting point. But again, we have some people that are in certain places that don't like the truth coming out. They don't want to move from their positions. They thought they had it under wraps. And now, again, we're coming to reap, that reaper weapon. I can't, I don't, it's like I don't think about sharecropping when I see it, but that crop cutter energy, what I'm saying? Like I said, that like hacking through, like dismantling shit. Like that's just what I feel like it is. Okay. So again, I've done videos on harvesting that go really deep with the biblical and then what we're talking about in the spiritual, on a spiritual level. So again, to protect from poisonous snakes, see, because that's the thing, right? Okay. Whew. In ancient Egypt, I look at before the 18th dynasty or whatever, or, well, I think that was the last dynasty, but I think the 16th dynasty or whatever, I look at that as ancient Egypt. Okay. Um, but let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Sowing seeds. So planting seeds, or even how I tell you guys sometimes I'm just throwing seeds. I'm never here to tell you what it is, what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, from poisonous snakes, and that's those other serpent energies, the viperous energies, I feel, right? Even if you go back to the serpent in the garden, what kind of serpent was that? Right? It wasn't a talking, but then again, if you think about the serpent on the head of her father, that's Sekhmet. That's that energy of ancient Egypt. So again, is that the devil energy? Is that Lilith energy here? Okay. Protecting you from the poisonous snakes, and those are the ones that are going to be coming in and devouring things. When I say foreign, it's kind of like that whole, you're not like us, you're like your father. If you were like us, if you were like Abraham, you'd do things that Abraham do. You know what I'm saying? But again, these people, I'm saying some of these people that have been planted, like those plants in Genesis 1 and 2, all right, are the ones that are, again, they may not even be aware of it, but their temples are hijacked. And now, again, America, the United States corporation has left America so that, again, other nations can hijack this vassal, the capital energy, right? That Aquarius, that star energy that's pouring out, whatever it is that we all need, coming from a place of selflessness, but not being acknowledged, right? And not being fed into by the people or politics. You know what I'm saying? They're just taking, right? Okay. And for safe childbirth, this childbirth doesn't necessarily mean me, you know, delivering or birthing a child right now with a whole afterbirth, you know what I'm saying? The whole, that process is also talking about us birthing a nation right now, separating it up into different, tribes and things and groups like this, right? So we're birthing nations, birthing children. People are gravitating towards each other. They're coming back to their ancestral grounds and things like that. I'm just saying, this is the thing. So while this new earth and this new heaven is being, that's going to be led by the Christ energy forever. That's what's being built here. So if we put the wrong people in charge, then it's just like, how are you going to get out of that? And what can you expect? This chaos again. So it's bringing back the Sekhmet energy as that protector empress energy here. That'll go through all costs, not just for herself, but for her people, even putting her people first, the land and the resources first, because the people are, to some people, resources. Okay. So again, this is talking about birthing nations as well, I feel, or again, allegorically or symbolically. The temples were the focal point of ceremonies. Again, this is why some of you are the temples. Ye are gods, right? So again, focal point. This is why some of you feel like you have that surveilling energy around you. There's 50 stars. There's 51. Damn, I can't remember how many states is in the, but I know that there's more than 50, right? Okay. Stars here, capital energies of empresses here, or high priestess. Well, I'll say high priestess energies because there's only one empress, and that's going to be that highest in the room. So again, but I do look at them as high priestess, very intelligent and strong and powerful entities. Okay. Let's see. Offerings and art. Again, if they're mining the mines, right? And Biden said that he was one of the first and oldest miners. So again, where are we here now? We're at some kind of something where another nation is being birthed right now. And again, what is going on? This story is repeating itself. These walls were usually covered in symbols. Again, hieroglyphs and paintings, which documented their story, life and spiritual structures and beliefs. You know what this is making me think about? Dream fasting on or dream, what was it? I think it was Dream Fast or something like that, on the dark crystal, right? And I feel like that's something that's written on something. So again, that uniting of those two, again, individuals in this time, I feel represents something that is going to create some kind of cosmic something. You know, I don't know, I just see combustion or something, right? Where it is going to manifest something, if that hasn't already happened. If that hasn't already happened in the celestial realm or in another astral or some other realm. Again, I feel like the blinding and the binding of the woman is, again, so that certain, whether it's your full reign male energies or other energies, or even ones that are here, right, that are autochthonous, right, it's still to make sure the woman doesn't get on top, right? She even knows that she is it, but she's willing to share her throne with someone that is feasible, someone who is, excuse me, in their emperor energy. And I think that that's why we talk about things like the gateway or the stairway to heaven. The real stairway is through the heart of that empress. And that's why I feel like, again, there's been this energy to disregard. And I think it is something because of the foreign or the other viperous, succubus, Jezebel spirits and energies of some of these females. Because again, I feel like they have let it, that is very, but again, I feel like it's about ascension and vibration too. If someone is vibrating low, then they cannot approach the empress. Again, same thing with God. If people are vibrating low, they cannot. I feel like that's what the whole thing about they can't see God or the light is too bright is because you have to be vibrating on that frequency in order to even understand. So it's going to come off as if this goddess or this empress or whatever is very cold, right? Or some, you know what I'm saying, even high priestesses, right? But again, we have a lot of battle scars that were given to us, unfortunately, by people that we have traveled with, again, on this particular spiritual journey. But some people will turn hard-hearted or cold. And again, there are some of us that can still live. You know what I'm saying? We can still take that pain and turn it into pleasure. If it's something that, again, you have to take something from being pricked in the heart so many times, and then you have to take that and then feed it into yourself, and then people mad because that's when you create that real, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just telling you, it's just something about this whole Oprah energy that I'm seeing here. I don't know. And I just see, because she is a giant, you know, on this realm, in this plane. I mean, we know that there's other more spiritual things behind that, or again, illuminated things that's probably behind her whole energy, but I'm just saying. All right. Yeah. So I'm just looking here. And again, so I think I'm right about that being the Nile River behind the Empress here. I mean, the Emperor, well, I don't have the cards with me now, but you know what I'm saying, on the cards that we've been looking at. Let's see. So again, they have keen observation and exact representations of actual life and nature. So again, written on the walls, or even think about it as the books are open. Again, this is how, you know, we're able to do these geographical things and find all of these strange images. This is how we can see certain things that people don't know that we can see. You know what I'm saying? This is, again, why I feel for whatever some odd years they had been in that, right? We'll just leave it there. All right. Y'all know what I'm going to say. I hate to sound repetitive, but it just has to be said that way. And we just go deeper and deeper every time. All right. So again, actual life and nature, and strict conformities. And that's that whole pearl of God, that whole God's oracle. That's that energy, I'm telling you, because that's the vessel that's going to hold the energy of that spirit. This is the vessel. In my, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else might be saying it and claiming it. But again, I'm just saying it because this is what I feel. I don't have to try to convince nobody of nothing. All right. Strict conformity to a set of rules regarding representation of three-dimensional forms, dominated the character and style of the art of the ancient Egypt in order to clearly define the social hierarchy. Again, this is what I'm saying. Okay, to clearly define the social hierarchy of the situation. Again, there's a caste system when it comes to the Egyptians. It just, when you get down to the lower commoner peasants and servants, it stopped there. They didn't have people in the underworld or the Dalit. That is a oppressive energy that came in to, again, oppress a nation, to come up high and bring you down low. Again, but the people, they tried to bury us, but they didn't know that we were the seeds. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's the same energy here. Bringing order to the court. Even that whole Ma'at energy. That's that love, that's that something, that expansive something that, I don't know, it's something that vibrates on a high level. It's reminding me of the heart that is sitting next to the Empress on that card. Figures were drawn to size based not on their distance from the painter's point of view, but on relative importance. Okay. So again, I mean, that's even making me think, I know that they're talking about something physical here, but that's even making me think about, again, the fact that I know my wands. You know what I'm saying? So regardless if somebody else is there, I know my wands. This is something that was given to me. It was a clear something that was given to me from source directly. Now, again, what they're supposed to be doing or what has happened and what has transpired throughout that time, what we're supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that is going to take, again, some type of connection. But I feel like those are the ones that can get close. Those are the ones that can get close to the Empress to a certain level. I feel telepathically or some other kind of way. There's a reason for that. And again, the Empress can see that in them. I don't know if they see that in them, and I don't know if they see the Empress in her, in me or her, right? Again, for those that don't want to think is, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep saying me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. All right. For instance, the Pharaoh would be drawn as the largest figure in the painting, no matter where he was situated. Okay. And greater God would be drawn larger in the than the lesser God. Okay. So again, that's all. Okay. So let's go back into these images here. Okay. So, okay, I did want to just share these real quick. We're just going to run through it real quick, and I'm going to stop this one and do a second video. But you see this here, this picture or this image of Tutankhamun, right? I mean, I wanted to look at this because, again, this is dealing with the temple here, right? And I just want to look at just how beautiful the face. Look, I mean, just look. Must just fine. You know what I'm saying? Period. And there's that serpent on the head. Whew. But then there's something, I don't know what this is up top, but I think it's maybe like one of those the hats, how they have like Upper and Lower Egypt, and all the different parts of the hat mean something different. And it has like what is it, like a bowling ball pin kind of shape at the top, but then it has this cylinder shape at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's what this is representing because it's cut off or whatever. But again, like I said, this represents the pentagon energy here, because I feel like this is something about having to do with defense. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I always wonder what, I might have to look and see what this is. This thing here on the bottom of the chin. But it almost makes me think about something that is like kind of closing someone's mouth, almost like keeping someone quiet, like you silence. Like, I don't know. It's restricting someone from actually speaking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're dealing with throat chakra energy. I don't know. Because it kind of looked like a trachea that's been taken out of the neck and put under the chin. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this have something to do with the throat chakra. I don't know. Right. But this here, right? Um, Tomb Chapel of uh, Nebaman, a fragment of polychrome wall painting. Okay. Um, Again, oh, you can't see her face. I mean, she's you notice a different in the skin tone of these women. What is this on the top of the head? This look like little people here on top of her head. It's kind of scratched off here, but no, this look like spirits or some kind of energies of something. I don't know. Maybe this representing like something about the monitoring spirits. I don't know. I think this is a reed here, plant, right? And then look at these things like around her head. These are even kind of make me think about like some kind of antennae or something, right? But you notice that the girls behind her are like a darker, you know what I'm saying, skin tone here. There is a difference here. And you know what I'm saying? You see these two, right? Also, though, there's something too around the necks of these. Almost like there's a cord or something like something around their neck. You have to wonder if that has something to do also with the throat chakra, possibly. But it seems like, they kind of look very similar. These could be sisters or twins or something like that. But it's almost like, this person is got her arm around her really tight, pulling her in, right? But she has something in her hand and she's trying to feed it to her. And guess what? Look at her hand. It looks like she's like, no, thank you. Like, get that shit out away from me. You know what I'm saying? But then you have this other girl here. You have somebody. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Look, this is a spear. I never noticed that with this image. Oh, this is also making me think of Bilquis and Oshun energy here. In that when they took the blade out and were dancing in American Gods. Huh? Yeah, go ahead if you want. But yeah, you see that? I don't know. It's almost like there is something here. I mean, she's trying to put that in her mouth. She's trying to convince her to take something. And she looked like, no, I don't want that shit. And then it looked like she pulled out a blade. And then there's also another blade coming from over here. I don't know. They could be about to give a haircut. I mean, really do that, but that don't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, why do they have these things here? She don't have one, right? But she's the one trying to feed. Maybe she don't think she need protection because she's about to feed something to her that's like a, I don't know, aphrodisiac. I don't know, some kind of something. Cause I mean, and although she looked like, this girl looks serious. This girl like, bitch, I see what you want. You know what I'm saying? And then old girl behind her is like, yeah, I see. And then the girl behind her is like, yeah, I see what she on too. And if you ain't gonna be paying attention, I got my blade. You know what I'm saying? So quit playing. And then this girl over here, she got a knife back. Actually, she got something sharp in her hand. The dark skinned girl, you know what I'm saying? She got something in her hand too. Weird, strange. Again, and then also there's 4. So again, is this representing the 4 rivers? And again, what is it really? She got her knife out, but then are these 2 with her? And are they all ganging up against this empress? Because look at her headpiece and look at theirs. She's got extra things on hers. It looked like some kind of bird or some kind of dead animal or something here. That also has that spear on it here. Huh. Is this a beak or something? Because it kind of does look like that, some type of beak off of some kind of bird. And then they have something around their neck. I don't know. This make me think about something about speaking or speech or something. I don't know. But definitely she seemed like she's engulfed. Everybody's all in her face, right? I mean, even look at the texture of her hair is different. And they're showing this here. She has more like dreads here, okay? And then the texture of her hair is a lot is different. You know what I'm saying? A little bit even more than hers. Look, this is kind of like Afro kinky here. And hers is more defined. And this is very defined. Strange. All right. All right. I don't know why I'm Neba. I don't know. Okay. So, okay. And then we have this beautiful, ooh, is that like turquoise? Let's see. Well, it looks a turquoise color, but um, counterpoise with Aegis. Hmm. All right. Even like something like this, you would look at this as like this person is even this calf here. It looks like this has like the galaxy painted onto it actually, or a spotted, calf here. But again, this person is steering the cattle or the animals. And again, when you look up animals in etymology, you're going to see that it could be representing people as well. And it's black, brown, you know what I'm saying? Even like gray. I don't know. Okay. Grays. I don't know. All right. So again, I think that is it. We're going to go ahead and this nose look just like a pyramid, dude. Hmm. There has to be more to the noses being knocked off. Just does. Hmm. Has to be more. There's always more. Hmm. Again, but look here. See? But you have Sekhmet here, right? And then, you know, also have this energy of, again, I don't know, she got her arm around him as if she's doing something to him too, right? And he's kind of like grabbing her wrist. Hmm. But he got his left foot forward here. And she's standing, with both of her feet. Yeah, so I don't know, this is giving me like Freemasonry energy here. Hmm. It's kind of giving me the energy of just us having these damn masks on. You know what I'm saying? And what is this? Hmm. Oh. Hmm. I don't know. This look like some kind of sound something. You see these things here, on the top here. I don't know. They kind of look like the things that Inanna would be holding, kind of like some transmitter looking kind of things. Oh, and it actually looked like somebody is inside of this damn thing, actually. Really. And it looked like there's a face right here in the front at the top. Hmm. Anyway, all right, that's it, y'all. I'm going to stop because I could do this on my own. This is not what I came to do. We're going to go ahead and look for the Triton. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. Again, I just can't help myself, I guess, just to be just doing something. Um, when it comes to just looking deeper, because again, I started out looking at stuff about family things, and all of these things came. So again, there's a reason why Source has me looking at it. Hopefully, it'll be talking about something. This is like my Uncle Jesse. But okay, I'll see you guys later. Take care.